Hey, I'm here with Richard Kenny, and Richard is sort of the guy that helps people into properties that normally can't get into properties. You know, people that perhaps... Who are those people typically, Richard?
Okay, the people we deal with a lot, you know, every day we see people with bad credit for one.
Yeah.
The banks really are quite tough on credit at the moment if you do have a red mark against your name. And also a lot of people just, they can't save a large deposit. So,
right. Yeah.
You know, we help people out. And that way, if you've got bad credit, it is not the end of the world. It just, you know, it affects how the deal works with us, okay?
Yeah, fantastic. So you guys help people into these properties. And today, Richard, we have one of these questions that people ask a lot, you know, and that is, you know, when people get into a rent-to-buy house,
yep,
they're probably afraid and maybe have heard that the rent is more than you would normally pay if you rent a house.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that.
Okay, so what's included in your rent is the mortgage payment of the particular property. Also, the rates and the insurance are broken down into weekly payments, okay? So if you did own this house, you would be paying this amount anyway, okay? So we've got a great information pack we can send out to you, and that explains all of this in detail, and it gives you some really you know, solid numbers, so you can see how much you would be paying, and you know, it really isn't much different than what you'd be paying if you just went to a bank today and got a mortgage. So
that sounds pretty awesome.
Not too much difference.
That sounds pretty awesome. Okay, Richard. So it does cost more than rent perhaps, but it would cost approximately, or it would cost a little bit more than the rent, but it would cost about the same as when you get a mortgage, right?
Correct, yeah. I mean, there's not too much of a difference. What we've found is if you're just paying market rent for a property of, say, $200, when you go to a bank and all of a sudden you've got a $400 mortgage payment to pay, that's you know, quite a financial shock for a lot of people. Yes. So I mean, in a way, it conditions you to owning the property. The bank is far more likely to approve your loan application if you've been paying, you know, what the mortgage payment is already for the last couple of years.
That makes sense.
They'll have much more confidence in giving you a loan if they see you know, you can afford it and you have, you know, been affording it.
That makes really good sense. Eh? So it actually helps them into the property after the period, right?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, thank you, Richard. That's awesome. That's really good feedback.
No trouble.